Hit Squad. And Reckless. You know what I'm saying? MC Doc, baby. We came to do this. You heard? Alright, y'all. Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, the drama is continuing, man. That's one thing about it. It's like, I can't even go on YouTube without seeing something new about my dude Diddy, man. Come on, man. It's like, that's a lot of years, though, of a lot of shit. And it's like, man, to see him be partying like he do, having all that fun, and then to see like the side of you going to jail to where all that fun is confined behind that building in New York. You're not living like that no more at this moment, dog. And on the real, man, I ain't gonna even hold y'all. Dang, man, I would have been fake moms. You know what I'm saying? You got that much money, man. My plane would have came down, kaboom. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's like, hey, cause it's like nobody never seen Pop after the hospital. Nobody never seen Michael Jackson. So who to say that they really, really gone? Anybody can always say they gone. They gone, and we gonna believe it because we believe everything. But it's real talk though, man. It's like the money he got, kids would have had like a nice little bit in they shits. You know what I'm saying? I would have faked that. I would have faked it. I would have. All right, now what we about to do though, man? Now it's like mamacombs, man. They trying to say like she probably was involved, allegedly. But mamacombs look kind of nice. Nigga, I wish I was Diddy's friend. It's like, well, man. It's like you could have had the party over there. Man, moms could have went in the jacuzzi, dog. On the real, mamacombs a nice little get there. You know what I'm saying? That little cougar. No, I'm bullshit. I mean, it's like, no, I respect her though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if Diddy, my, you know, hip hop brother, that's how I hit my hip hop mama. In other words, you feel me? But it's like, you know, I couldn't have been his friend and mom still hit on the nigga or whatever. For me, it would have went there. You know, I don't know how he would have felt, but then you couldn't feel no way, nigga, because you was bringing in, you know what I'm saying, who you was bringing in, and then you was switching sides. So he couldn't have said nothing. But we about to jump into this, man. I love y'all, man. If you sticking with me, let's get into it and see how mamacombs was, man. Let's see. Other than that, she would have been a cougar. I wouldn't have never told on my teachers in school, ever.
What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'll be with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too.
Janice Combs has always been more than just Diddy's mother. She's a powerhouse in...
Hey, P gang too, though. Now, I never kissed my mama like in the mouth in a sensuous way. You know what I'm saying? And it was like when I was a kid, not as an adult. I always kissed her on the cheek as an adult, as a kid, because you know that's your mama. But, you know, that's suspect right there.
Her own right, celebrated for her spirit and strength. But as Diddy finds himself entangled in serious legal issues, the skeletons in Janice's closet threaten to break free. What dark secrets have been hidden beneath her brave facade? Watch this video as we dig through Janice's complex past, exposing the troubling experiences that connect her struggles to Diddy's
life. Okay, Janice, look at your tongue out.
Janice Combs's past. Born in December 1940, Janice experienced both triumphs and heart-wrenching challenges throughout her life. One of her greatest joys came when she married Melvin Combs, and together they had 2 children, Keisha and Sean, who would later become the iconic music mogul known as Diddy. However, her happiness was cut short when tragedy struck, and she lost her husband. This event, which happened when Diddy was just 3 years old, nearly caused Janice's world to come crashing down. She was left to raise her 2 children as a single mother, navigating the crushing weight of grief while trying to move forward. The loss of Melvin had a profound impact on Janice. It wasn't just the sorrow of losing a spouse, but also the realization that she now had to be the pillar of strength for her family. Coping with this new reality was anything but easy. The emotional and financial struggles she faced as a widow shaped the early years of her life as a mother. Still, despite the immense pain, Janice did her best to keep her family together and provide for her children. Janice held 3 jobs to make ends meet. She worked as a daycare teacher, ensuring that the children in her care had a safe and nurturing environment. But that wasn't all. She also took on the demanding role of a school bus driver, shuttling children to and from school, and she worked as an attendant for children with special needs. Each day was a marathon of responsibilities and hard work, but Janice was determined to give her kids the best life possible despite the odds. Raising 2 children, especially in a place like Harlem during that time, came with its unique set of challenges. Harlem was full of vibrancy, but also had its fair share of dangers and difficulties. At the age of 12, Diddy moved with his family to Mount Vernon, New York, where Janice hoped to offer him a different kind of upbringing. She wanted to shield him from some of the struggles they had endured in Harlem and give him a better environment to grow up in. The move symbolized Janice's tireless effort to provide new opportunities for her children, even though Harlem always remained a part of their lives, as they often visited his grandmother, who still lived there. Janice's resilience was something Diddy never forgot. The examples set by both his mother and grandmother stayed with him, shaping his work ethic and drive. Reflecting on his childhood, Diddy would often speak about the stark contrast between Harlem and Mount Vernon, the former bustling with energy but devoid of basic amenities like a front yard or organized sports leagues, while the latter offered a more suburban atmosphere with trees, grass, and Little League baseball. This change in scenery expanded his worldview and gave him the foundation to dream big. Still, behind all of this was Janice, the driving force ensuring that her son wouldn't be held back by their circumstances. Despite the weight of her responsibilities, Janice made sure her son learned the value of hard work early in life. She and Diddy's grandmother worked multiple jobs, and Diddy followed suit by starting a paper route as a young boy. Seeing his mother juggle her many roles instilled in him a sense of responsibility and determination. It's clear that Janice's perseverance in the face of adversity played a pivotal role in shaping Diddy's own relentless ambition. As Diddy grew older, he pursued higher education at Howard University, a prestigious, historically black institution. For Janice, this was a proud moment, proof that all her sacrifices were beginning to pay off. However, when Diddy made the decision to drop out of college to follow his passion for music, Janice was understandably disappointed. She had worked tirelessly to provide her son with opportunities, and it was difficult for her to accept that he was stepping away from a more traditional path. Still, her love and support never wavered. Even though she had reservations about his decision, Janice trusted her son's instincts. Eventually, Diddy's gamble paid off in a massive way, and he became a force in the music industry. His mother's sacrifices were not in vain, as he achieved the kind of success few could have imagined. As Diddy's career took off, he made sure that Janice reaped the rewards of all her hard work. He honored her in every way possible, from managing his restaurant to naming his music publishing company and management firm after her. It was proof of how much she meant to him and how grateful he was for everything she had done. Over time, Janice became a familiar face to the public, often making appearances alongside her son at major events. She even dabbled in television, appearing on shows like America's Next Top Model and True Hollywood Story. Her sense of fashion and vibrant personality made her stand out, and it was clear that she had a love for life that was infectious. Janice's bold style, a trait she shared with her late husband, made her a favorite in the media spotlight. Despite her public persona, Janice carried with her a deep pain that she rarely spoke about: the circumstances surrounding her husband's death. For many years, she had told Diddy that his father had died in a car accident, a story meant to protect him from the harsh realities of Melvin Combs's life. But as Diddy grew older, he felt the need to seek out the truth for himself. He later discovered that his father had been involved in a drug deal gone wrong and was murdered. Janice's decision to shield her son from the truth was not just about protecting him from his father's tragic fate, but also from the systemic dangers that could have easily engulfed him. She knew firsthand the risks associated with that world and was determined that Diddy wouldn't follow in those footsteps. Though the truth was painful, it was part of the complex reality Janice faced, raising her children in an environment filled with both love and danger. Diddy's arrest. On September 16, 2024, Diddy found himself embroiled in a serious legal battle when he was arrested in Manhattan following an indictment by a grand jury. This high-profile case, which shook the entertainment world, brought a wave of renewed scrutiny and allegations that spanned years, revealing a darker side of the celebrity's life that had remained largely hidden from the public eye. The grand jury indictment centered on charges of racketeering and sex. According to the federal prosecutors handling the case, Diddy, alongside his associates, was accused of engaging in illegal activities that exploited vulnerable individuals. The charges described a complex and disturbing network, wherein Diddy allegedly manipulated, threatened, and coerced women into fulfilling his personal desires. The accusations went even further, claiming that these interactions were recorded and labeled as freakouts. The indictment painted a grim picture of how Diddy and his associates operated, detailing that they used fear and intimidation to control their victims, forcing them into compromising situations. Despite the serious nature of the allegations, Diddy's legal team immediately responded, denouncing the charges as unfair. His attorney, in a strongly worded statement, expressed disappointment in the U.S. Attorney's Office's decision to pursue what they described as an unjust prosecution. This public stance set the stage for what would likely be a lengthy and contentious legal battle, as both sides prepared to present their case. Diddy's arrest was the culmination of years of growing legal troubles and accusations that had surfaced against him. This indictment marked the latest, and perhaps most significant chapter, in a series of lawsuits and legal challenges that had haunted the rapper and music mogul over the years. While many of the previous cases had been settled or dismissed, this time the stakes were much higher. The severity of the charges and the federal nature of the investigation suggested that Diddy was now facing a far more serious situation than ever before. To understand the full weight of this indictment, we need to consider the broader context of Diddy's legal history.
Hey man, all I gotta say, man, that's sad as shit though, to live all this time having the most greatest time of your lives. A lot of dudes like ain't never experienced what they experienced. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the legal part of it, y'all, the legal part. Because there was a lot of legal part, because why would you keep going if it was a bad party? Or if he was doing so bad? Why would people keep popping the fuck up? Why? That means you liked what you was doing. You was around a billionaire that showered people with shit and just wanted to just have sex with everybody. It's like if you a free person and you went to that party, man, you got the right to do that shit, man. That's crazy. It sounds weird, but it's just real.
His career, though immensely successful, had been punctuated by controversies and accusations that ranged from weapons violations to serious allegations of sexual misconduct.
Buy your legit heaters, though. Buy legit heaters. I got all mine.
Then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez and rapper Shine was involved in an incident at Club New York in Times Square, Manhattan, where gunfire erupted, leading to a police investigation and Diddy's arrest. He was charged with multiple weapons-related offenses, but in the end, he was found not guilty. This early legal victory set a precedent for Diddy as he continued to face legal challenges in the years that followed. One of the more disturbing allegations emerged in 2023 when Cassie Ventura, a former artist signed to Diddy's label, filed a lawsuit accusing him of rape and abusing her during their decade-long relationship. The details of the lawsuit were shocking, with Cassie alleging that Diddy subjected her to a life of control, manipulation, and violence. She claimed that he used his power and influence to isolate her, and that the abuse escalated over the years. Ventura's case was settled just a day after she filed it, with Diddy agreeing to an undisclosed settlement. Although the settlement did not include an admission of guilt, the allegations cast a long shadow over Diddy's public image. Around the same time, another lawsuit was filed by Joy Dickerson-Neal, who accused Diddy of drugging and sexually assaulting her back in 1991 when she was a college student. According to the lawsuit, Diddy not only assaulted her, but also recorded the act and showed the footage to others. Like Ventura's lawsuit, this case added to the growing perception that Diddy's personal life was fraught with dark and disturbing behavior. While his legal team consistently denied these allegations, the mounting number of cases created an undeniable pattern that could no longer be ignored. In 2024, more lawsuits followed. One particularly notable case involved Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a producer who sued Diddy for being coerced into engaging in non-consensual sexual activities with women that Diddy allegedly arranged. Jones claimed that Diddy regularly hosted extravagant drug-fueled parties that were rife with illegal activities, including women. The accusations escalated with allegations that some of these events were attended by high-profile individuals, including members of the British royal family, although no wrongdoing was attributed to them. These explosive claims attracted widespread media attention and further complicated Diddy's legal woes. Even as the media focused on these high-profile accusations, another lawsuit was filed by former adult actress Adria English, who accused Diddy of coercing her into sex work during his infamous Labor Day white parties. These events, which had long been associated with Diddy's extravagant lifestyle, now took on a darker, more sinister tone. Diddy's arrest in September 2024 came after years of these allegations quietly building momentum. The racketeering and sex trafficking charges against him suggested that prosecutors believed there was enough evidence to connect him to a larger, more organized criminal enterprise. These charges were not isolated incidents, but rather part of a broader pattern of abuse that had allegedly spanned decades. The timeline of Diddy's legal troubles paints a troubling picture. His initial run-ins with the law were largely related to weapons charges and public incidents, like the one in 1999. But over the years, the accusations shifted from public altercations to more personal, deeply troubling allegations of abuse, control, and exploitation. Each lawsuit added to the growing narrative that Diddy had a dark side that extended far beyond the glamorous image he cultivated in public.
I mean, man, you got billions. You got super millions in your shit. Your demeanor is going to be so different towards everybody, but you don't mean really no harm. I promise you. Dog probably really don't mean no harm. He just trying to have like the blast of a lifetime. And you got caught up, though. Never keep surveillance tapes of something that you do and you know it's wrong.
In addition to the trafficking charges, Diddy's arrest also brought renewed attention to other ongoing investigations. Earlier in 2024, properties linked to Diddy in Los Angeles, New York, and Miami were raided by federal agents from the Department of Homeland Security. The agents, armed with a search warrant from the Southern District of New York, seized electronic devices and other materials as part of an unspecified investigation. While the exact nature of the investigation was not disclosed at the time, the raid signaled that authorities were closely scrutinizing Diddy's activities. Despite the seriousness of the charges, Diddy's legal team remained defiant. They continued to assert his innocence, characterizing the indictment as a misguided attempt to bring down a powerful public figure. Janice Combs's influence. Janice's influence on Diddy's life has been undeniable, playing a key role in shaping who he became both personally and professionally. She was by his side during some of his most trying moments, offering support in a way only a mother could. One of the clearest examples of her influence was during Diddy's highly publicized trial in 2001, which involved weapons possession and bribery charges. While his girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, wasn't consistently present, Janice made sure her presence was felt. She attended nearly every session, often bringing homemade lunches for her son, chicken sandwiches and fruit juice, to ensure he was taken care of, even in the face of significant legal trouble. Her unshakable confidence in Diddy was evident from her statements to the media. Despite the serious nature of the charges, Janice appeared calm and composed. When asked if she was worried, she firmly stated that she wasn't concerned, insisting that her son wouldn't be found guilty. This level of belief in Diddy's innocence reflected not just a mother's loyalty, but a deep-rooted trust in his character. Throughout the lengthy trial, which spanned around 3 months, Diddy frequently acknowledged how much his mother's support meant to him. In interviews, he's spoken about how she was there for him every single day, and how that presence gave him the strength to endure the challenges he was facing. During a time when everything seemed uncertain, having Janice there provided him with a sense of stability that he could rely on. Her role in his life went far beyond just emotional support during tough times. As a mother, Janice's involvement in Diddy's life extended to taking care of her grandchildren as well. Her love and attention weren't just reserved for Diddy. She was equally dedicated to her grandchildren, stepping in to help raise them whenever needed. This nurturing role is illustrated by moments like the time her grandson Justin needed stitches after playing football in her backyard. Janice's influence also extended into Diddy's professional life. Her constant presence and belief in his abilities undoubtedly contributed to the confidence he exuded in his career. She was there from the early days, watching him grow from a young entrepreneur into a global music icon. Her belief in him was not just emotional support, it was a validation of the path he was on, reinforcing his drive to succeed and push boundaries in the entertainment industry. However, Janice's role in Diddy's life also came under scrutiny in light of the various allegations and controversies surrounding him. While Diddy's personal and professional life has been marred by a series of legal issues and allegations, many have wondered how much of this can be tied back to the influence of those closest to him. Some critics, like Valletta Wallace, the mother of the late notorious B.I.G., have even pointed the finger directly at Janice. After seeing a disturbing video of Diddy involved in a physical altercation with Cassie, Wallace expressed her disappointment in him, stating that she was ashamed and embarrassed by his actions. She went so far as to suggest that Diddy needed a motherly slap, and insisted that he should not only apologize to Cassie, but also to his own mother, Janice. This raises the question of how Janice has managed the challenges that have come with Diddy's success and fame. While she has been a source of strength for her son, it's unclear how she has dealt with the darker sides of his life, including the scandals and allegations that have followed him throughout his career. Has her support inadvertently allowed him to continue down a destructive path without fully facing the consequences of his actions? Or has she, like any mother, stood by her son simply out of love, hoping that he would find his way back to the right path? Despite these questions, it's clear that Janice's influence on Diddy's life cannot be understated. She has been a constant presence, a source of comfort, and a grounding force throughout his career. Whether in moments of triumph or times of crisis, she has always been there, offering the kind of support that only a mother can. While some may criticize her for not holding Diddy accountable for his actions, it's also important to recognize the complexity of their relationship. Like many mothers, Janice has likely struggled with balancing her love for her son with the realities of his behavior, navigating a difficult line between support and enabling. As the allegations against Diddy continue to unfold, the role Janice has played in his life may come under further scrutiny. But one thing is certain: her influence on him, for better or worse, has shaped the man he is today. Will she continue to stand by him in the face of these new challenges? No one can say for sure, but her impact on his life, both personally and professionally, will likely remain a defining factor in his story. Janice Combs today. As of 2024, Janice finds herself at the center of intense public scrutiny due to her son Diddy's legal troubles. This situation has caused significant stress for her, leading to a recent health scare. In July, Janice was rushed to the hospital after experiencing chest discomfort, raising concern among those close to her and Diddy. Although the exact cause of her condition remained unclear, sources hinted that the overwhelming stress related to her son's legal battles may have played a role. Despite the gravity of her health scare, Janice was reported to be in stable condition. Doctors have run a number of tests to determine the cause of her pain, with no concrete diagnosis yet. However, stress has been identified as a likely factor. Given her age and her previous brain surgery earlier in the year, this medical episode has placed even more pressure on Janice as she continues to support her son during his difficult time. Even in these trying moments, Janice has maintained a resilient spirit, standing firmly by Diddy's side as she always has, despite the strain it has put on her own health. In the midst of the ongoing investigations into Diddy's legal matters, Janice has shown firm loyalty to her son, much like in the past. Reports suggest that her stress levels spiked following the news of Diddy's federal investigation and multiple civil lawsuits. These legal woes have weighed heavily on her, yet she continues to provide emotional support for Diddy, who, after spending time with his family in Miami, rushed to be by her side when she was admitted to the hospital. Janice had been living independently in Miami, not far from Diddy, but not in his home. Despite the close proximity, she has maintained her own residence. However, since the federal raids on Diddy's properties, she has been seen spending more time with him and other close family members. Sources revealed that Diddy has been retreating from public life, focusing on his family, including his children and Janice, as they navigate this challenging period together. A family member noted that Janice has remained in relatively good health, considering her age and the brain surgery she underwent earlier in the year. Still, the emotional toll of Diddy's legal issues appears to be taking its toll on her. Watching her son face serious allegations, including a viral video showing him assaulting his ex-girlfriend Cassie, has been especially difficult for her. Diddy publicly acknowledged his wrongdoing, sharing an emotional video on Instagram in which he apologized for his past behavior and expressed deep remorse for his actions. While he admitted to hitting rock bottom and taking steps toward rehabilitation and personal growth, the apology video has since been removed from his social media platforms. In the aftermath of the apology video and the resurgence of allegations, Diddy has found himself in even deeper legal battles. After his arrest in September 2024, Diddy has been held without bond at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. His legal team made significant efforts to secure his release, proposing a $50 million bail package that included the sale of properties owned by both Diddy and Janice in Miami. Janice co-signed the property papers in an attempt to help her son secure the bond, demonstrating her continued commitment to him. The proposed bail package was comprehensive, outlining strict travel restrictions for Diddy that would limit his movements to court-related matters and medical appointments in specific districts. In addition to this, Diddy's passports, as well as those of his family members, including Janice and Diddy's daughters, were to be surrendered as part of the agreement. The defense also included the sale of Diddy's private jet as part of the package in an attempt to secure his release. Despite the considerable effort from Diddy's legal team and Janice's involvement in co-signing the bond package, the judge ultimately denied the bail request. The court expressed concerns that Diddy could potentially tamper with witnesses, making the risk too great to justify his release. The judge's decision further cemented the severity of the situation, leaving Janice to witness her son remain incarcerated as the legal proceedings continue to unfold. Janice's life today is a far cry from the glamour and success often associated with being the mother of a global icon like Diddy. While she once played a key role in supporting and uplifting her son's career, she now finds herself at the center of a different kind of battle. One filled with legal troubles, public scrutiny, and personal health concerns.